breaks to Highway 164. And then the eastbound side is slowing down from about Brookfield Road to Moreland and 70th Street to 35th. Traffic is brought to you by Lake Lawn Resort. Your perfect Wisconsin summer starts at Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy boating, golf, spa treatments, and lakeside relaxation on Delavan Lake. Visit lakelawnresort.com. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 78. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Bulaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Russ here for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of the house this summer and enjoy a great weekend at Road America, located conveniently between Milwaukee and Green Bay in Elkhart Lake. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. Camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in racing your way. It's more than a race, it's a full-day experience. Up next is the Moto Sports Car Endurance Grand Prix featuring IMSA, July 30th through August 2nd. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com.
The best summer moments aren't always planned, and that's why Carbless is made for whatever's next. Delivering bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail, Carbless is ready to go wherever summer takes you. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and only 100 calories, it fits seamlessly into your lifestyle so that you can enjoy every summer moment with Bliss. And while you're making the most of the season, try the limited-time Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack or the Lemon Iced Tea 4-pack before they're gone. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find your Bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time for the best 60 minutes of your life. This is the Homer Hour, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside former Packer Bryan Bulaga, here's Emmy Award winner Homer.
The best 60 minutes of your day, but not the best 60 minutes of your day for the Homer Hour on Thursday because Jason Wilde remains on assignment. So it'll be up to you because the one thing Bryan Bulaga likes to do, other than talking to Jason Wilde on Thursdays, is to take your calls. Any questions you have for Bryan Bulaga, 1-800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. Otherwise, Liss is more, the Carbless Talk and Text line. Otherwise, it'll be just my questions. I am never disappointed about Twitter and comments about me. And I don't know if it was a result of Wisconsin joining Good Karma and, what's going to happen. But it did prompt Badger Packed Sports, Bryan Bulaga. How would you answer this? When are they going to get you off the air? I don't think that was in reference to you. That was in reference to me. If you heard that on Twitter, and people should know, I'm never offended by anything on Twitter. The all-time great is somebody was upset with me talking about Hank the dog and that he should get into the Brewers Walk of Fame. And they tweeted, F you and the dog. To which I said, what do you got against the dog? Come on. Isn't that really fair? And then someone else was so offended by what I said. They said, I wish you hadn't survived that car accident you were in. I thought, oh, that's pretty good.
Good Lord.
No, and that's what, again, I want to emphasize the greatness of Twitter is it doesn't tell anything about me. It tells you about them. You know a little bit more about that person, assuming they're not I don't know if you can do AI on Twitter. So good afternoon, Bryan Bulaga. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. And how would you answer? When are they going to get you off the air?
I would answer. I'm too valuable.
Yeah.
They'll never pull me. They'll never pull me. That's
I've said that humanity needs me more. But this one I said, I heard 2046. So
Yeah, I mean that's a good.
yeah, I mean they have the Euchre show now. Euchre went on to the 90s, and so I'm 71. So yeah, that would be 91.
You got plenty of time.
I could do a 1 hour show till I'm 191. I just let everybody know. My answer off the air when people say, some who think I'm retired now, which is not a good sign of the listening audience. I said that's not how it works. You know what I mean? I go, they retire you.
Yeah.
So, and I would say that applies in most cases in professional sports as well.
Correct.
They tell you, unless I guess you're injured or you're that rare exception. But often, even if you're a Hall of Fame player, many times they would like to play longer than they do. And at some point, in one way or another, or indirectly, they say you're retired.
Yeah.
Right?
The market retires.
Yes. By how much?
That's essentially what it is. The market will retire you.
They did tell me one time in, I won't say radio TV, that you can stay if you want, but we're not going to pay you.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
Well, I know what they were thinking, like you'd get some benefit from, so if it was TV, you're doing radio, and they would help your radio show. But I was a man of principle.
Yeah,
I'll work for $1. No, I won't.
No.
We have questions already. Is that true?
We have one relating to our last segment on K&B.
Oh, yeah. Like
Brian.
we
All right.
we do have to talk about that because that's just.
I've
abysmal.
never. Have you ever even heard of somebody buying food and not liking it? I think with produce or fruits, if it's sour or something.
Yes. Yes.
Or bread if it's moldy inside or something like that. But just I ate it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I've literally never heard of that. Literally never heard of that.
Ashley in Tosa, you're on with Bryan Bulaga. Let her fly.
Thank you. Yep, thank you. So, yes, Mr. Bulaga, do you have a comparable story to Hummus Wallace's story from KB from the last show?
This is a man of immense principle. I'm curious to see if there's any strange thing.
Do you have one comparable for? Do you have a comparable story to Battery Homer? If not,
to Battery Homer, do I have a comparable to either of those? I'm going to be honest with you. Like, if there's something that I buy and I don't end up liking it, like I just eat that. Like that's just what it is. Like you bought it. You bought it. You keep
I told
it.
You, Ashley, the man of principle.
Doesn't matter if you don't like it. That's your problem. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure the label said what it was. It wasn't like he thought he was getting marshmallow dip and he bought hummus instead. Like, it is.
I wish you were working at the store and somebody do that and you went, was it sour? No, I'm not giving you a refund. The boss says, no, you're supposed to. No, I won't do it. Get somebody else. It's against my humanity principles.
Yeah, literally. I mean, the battery one, I mean, since you had a battery issue, I probably would have kept it because you never know when that's going to creep up again.
Yes. I think I had one at home or I had already had one, but I did think I probably should buy it. One, because if I don't need it, my kids would need it or something like that. But I thought,
it's not a bad thing to have. It's not a bad thing to have.
Correct.
Like,
yes.
You know what I mean? It's not a terrible item to actually have, but like, that one's nowhere near to me.
But I will admit that I'm embarrassed by it, but that doesn't count because if I was that embarrassed, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not that embarrassed.
No.
I mean, it's just. I mean, and you should say what the product was because it works clearly.
Yes, no, it's one of those small portable ones. I was worried that when I took it out of the box, that you'd have to charge it up before it would work.
Yeah.
I was afraid I was buying it and it was not going to be worth anything. But I thought, hey, it's worth a shot. So save me at AAA. Yeah, so those are anybody that doesn't have something in their car now in which you can start your car. It just is not thinking because they're not that expensive and they make them actually one. The last one I got is like a little bit bigger than a deck of cards, and you charge it up, and it works pretty well. Because
I guess the one comparable, I don't even think it's comparable because it's not even in the same ballpark. Like if I order a thing of energy drinks from Amazon and they're like exploded, like I contact customer service and be like, hey man, like these things, I have like 3 of them that are exploded, and then they normally end up refunding me. Like that's
legit.
But that's like damaged product that I get sent to my house.
Right.
Like that's different than taking a bite out of something.
That's why you go to was it Costco, where they have all these people that when you go there, everybody goes to Costco to eat for free with all the samples they have.
The samples.
The way it goes.
I mean, I just that's why Sam's Club. There's got to be a policy on like how many days you could do this after, right? Like, I mean,
again, we'd have to find somebody that worked there. I would tend to agree with you. I mean, they know and have a pretty good idea of if somebody kept doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said on KBN or KB. If you spend $300-$400 at Sam's Club, eat half of it, and then say 2 days, 3 days later, I don't like, or a week later, I don't like any of this. You bring it back and you get all your money back after you ate your dinners and lunches for the full week. Like,
I think if we asked somebody that had managed a store or something like that, they would probably have such a story. But you're right. Food. Now, if I'm not sure that I wouldn't like it, you know what? I don't buy it.
Yes,
that's pretty
exactly. You don't buy it.
Somebody in the house would probably eat it. Josh in Kenosha, you're on 94.5 ESPN. Bryan Bulaga, normally with Jason Woolley, but he's on assignment, so it's my questions or yours, and you've decided it's going to be yours.
Good afternoon, guys. Just on the topic of guys on air, do either of you have a favorite broadcaster that you like to watch or listen to?
Hey, Brian can tell you who mine is. Brian knows who my favorite announcer is, play-by-play.
You like...
I like me.
Well, no.
I can't say me? Oh.
You like my guy in Iowa.
Yes.
Gary Dolphin.
Gary Dolphin.
You like Gary Dolphin. I mean, and I like Gary Dolphin. That was probably... And to be honest with you, I love Gary Dolphin too. I think he's fantastic. Not because I went to Iowa, but I think he's really good. I like what's Iron Eagle? Is that his?
That is, yes.
I like him a lot as well. I think he's really good.
I lose track of one's the dad and one's the kid.
Yeah, I know.
Good.
But both of them I think are really good. I also really, and again, maybe this is showing my favoritism. I think Larrabee's really good as well. Yep. I mean, I now that I'm out of the game, right, and I'm driving home from soccer games, and I have to find a way to watch the game. Whether do I want to watch the TV guys, or do I turn on Sirius XM and listen to Wayne Larrabee? I turn on Sirius XM and listen to Wayne, and then just turn my phone on silent so I can see both. Right, like that's what I normally do, and I think he's really good. And obviously he's Packer biased, but like he'll say it straight. Like if it's not good, he will say that was not good. Like
yes, he can be a little edgy at times.
Yes,
as he's gotten older. I do want to let you know that I give credit to Mark Tauscher because he was talking about when you're the voice or when you're part of the broadcast. Like when people ask me about Marquette, I say, well, I do the games. Like, what do you mean? Like, I understand if you don't think I'm accurate, if you think I'm biased, because I am biased.
Yeah.
And so then you have to decide, based on what you hear me say and what you watch, whether there's any credibility whatsoever. And I accept that. That's your...
Well, listen, you're broadcasting for Marquette. What are you going to be bashing them?
Well, again, but you can be positive. How negative can you be? But I accept that as part of it. So if they don't want to give much credibility, but I said that to Tausch, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm biased but fair." And I thought, what a great line! That's one of the greatest lines forever for anybody, whatever your position. I said, coach, player, announcer, parent. How are you as a parent? Biased but fair. I mean, it fits for anything. I said he just created something that That's what you would like people to say, but it doesn't mean they will. But what a great way to describe anything.
Yeah, I would like to have heard him on the broadcast when I think Iowa beat Wisconsin like 45-7 or something like that. I would have liked to hear him some clips of what he was saying if he was fair.
I don't. Well, right, that's his view of it. That's what you'd like.
Yeah.
Do I think you can be biased and fair? No. Biased by definition means not fair, right?
Correct.
But to cannot combine the two is just brilliant. I wish I had thought of it. So when they asked me about Marquette, well, no, I understand. I'm biased, but fair.
Yeah, I think if you go with that, you cover all your bases.
Yes.
Like, I think you're good.
I'm not sure anybody's going to believe it, but that's good.
Yes. It's very. He's thought about that. Like that's been thought out.
I mean, it would work for you with Iowa. Yeah, but you played at Iowa. Excuse me, I'm biased but fair.
Correct. I think I'm extremely fair about them.
I would say when they're also asking about announcers, and I aid myself, but the greatest college announcer ever was a guy by the name of Bob Ufer. He was the voice of Michigan, and you just have to listen to some of the highlights. You cannot believe when you listen that this was over the air. He was incredibly biased and not fair. When Schembech, you cannot believe it. I heard him and I mean, I wasn't very old. A friend of mine was a Purdue fan, and they were playing Michigan, and they were able then to get in Indiana. The station, I guess, would be Ann Arbor, and it was live, and it turned out to be smart. And I said, that can't be on your radio. No, he's like crying, and there's no way to describe it. You just have to go on YouTube and get the best of Bob Ufer. And when I was in Nebraska, there was before me, Lyle Brimser was his name, and he did Johnny Rogers, and he was the same way. And he closed the windows when he did football because he didn't want the crowd noise to disrupt his voice.
Oh.
And granted, that was when Nebraska was really, really good. So you still heard some of the crowd, but I loved it because I hate it when I'm watching on TV. Fox to me is the worst, where the crowd noise is just too loud. I can't hear the announcers. And I'm thinking, there's a producer somewhere. What are they, out having breakfast? The crowd noise is too loud. And doesn't matter who the announcer is, but he's the only one that I've seen do that. In basketball, I was going to Wisconsin and worked a job on Monday making pizzas at the Broughton Brow, and they had a radio, and I turned it on, and the Bucks were on. So it's 1975 or something. I didn't know who Eddie Doucette was. I'd never heard him, and I couldn't believe how good he was. I went in and said, what was that? Who is that? It's the greatest basketball announcer I've ever heard in my life. He had sayings for everything. He was incredible. And I mean, everybody in the state knew how good Eddie Doucette was. But to this day, greatest basketball announcer on radio. And, and
I can't say that I've heard him.
Can't copy him, but you should go look up and the number of phrases that he came up with. The guy who did the Lakers, Chick Hearn, was the same way. He invented stuff. He was so good that they put his radio on TV.
Oh.
So they didn't want to bring it. And clearly you talk too much. And I believe, someone can check this because Tony Smith says I make stuff up, Al Michaels was the analyst with Chick Hearn and did it only for a year and then quit because Chick never want him to talk. I don't need an analyst. Al Michaels went on to be the great play-by-play guy, so you better check that up. It's possible I'm wrong on that, but no, they're part of it is our age, and you're significantly younger than I am. But radio, that's what people love in terms of their teams, and I've always thought that at some point, because all the games are on TV, schools will just have their radio people on TV. I mean, let's say Wisconsin. I don't know if they Matt Marquette. Who wouldn't love Matt LePay doing the TV? Because you get that local flair. There's no way the national people, as good as they might be, can understand. I mean, think of watching Iowa football on TV with Gary Dolphin.
Well,
everybody would love it. And nobody's ever done that. And every game is on TV now, and they just don't get it.
And I'm not trying to rag on like the Big Ten Network, but they would be much better than the Big Ten Network announcers. I'm just being honest.
Yes.
Like when I watch the Iowa games on the Big Ten Network, it's a little bit. It's a little rough, man. Like
right.
I'm not even going to lie.
But even if they were good, you would still say they can't be as good and know as much as Gary Dolphin, who's lived it.
Yep.
And everybody in the state, knows it. And to me also, then most people now watch on TV more than they listen on radio. But then you'd have both. But clearly I'm wrong as other ideas because nobody does it. There are a couple of examples, but not often. It is the Bryan Bulaga Homer Hour with Jason Woolley. That would be the next segment, but he is on assignment. So the calls, Jeremy's already lined up. I said, Bryan Bulaga loves to take your calls. So do it. And do remember, of course, whenever or wherever you're listening, we're live on YouTube as well. Subscribe. You can watch the show, see what's happening in the studio, and comment along with us. Search ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and subscribe today. The biggest surprise in radio. No one ever thought, because we have ESPN Wisconsin or Wisconsin.com and podcast. No one ever imagined how much people would enjoy watching it on YouTube as they do now. It's taken over. Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We do have a crash on 894 eastbound on the ramp to get on to 27th Street southbound. So watch out for that. We've also got some delays westbound 94, pretty hefty ones from 27th Street to Hawley Road, back on the brakes from about Highway 100 all the way to Calhoun. We do have a crash on eastbound 94 just about at Elm Grove Road. Everything is off on the right shoulder, luckily. On southbound 894, delays now from National Avenue down and around the Hale interchange to Forest Home. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 78. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Ready for a weekend you won't forget? Get to the Brewers Series against the Rockies Friday, July 24th through Sunday the 26th. There's a game for every fan. See a Brewers postgame Alumni Legends game on Friday. Then collect a Brewers Guess Who giveaway Saturday night, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Looking for an unbeatable family day? Join the crew Sunday when the first 5,000 kids get a local artist t-shirt giveaway designed by Unfinished Legacy. Get tickets at Brewers.com.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The greatest shopping event of the summer is here. Macy's Black Friday and July sale is back, where you'll find 40 to 60% savings on all the hottest summer fashion and more. Don't wait. Get first dibs on everything you love about Black Friday shopping, from unbeatable sales across the store to curated styles for the season at lower than low prices. Head to Macy's now for a fun-filled holiday shopping adventure smack dab in the middle of summer. It's the can't miss sale of the month. Black Friday and July at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yingling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
1-800-990-3776. The Carvel's Talking text line listens more. Generally, you'd have Jason Wilde, but he is on assignment, so he is not on the Jason Wilde Yingling hotline. You get the calls with Bryan Bulaga. Biased, but fair. All right, Jeremy, you're on with Bryan Bulaga. Let her fly.
Hey, Homer, love the show.
Thank you.
Hey, I like this hummus talk and the battery talk, but a couple questions for Bryan. Thinking about training camp coming up, I know it's a lot of hard work and stuff, but what was your favorite thing about training camp? You may have answered that in the past. And the second question is, if you had to pick maybe 2 former Packer teammates to be in your foxhole, who would those guys be?
Yeah, foxhole question. Love it.
Good question. So my favorite thing about training camp, obviously, the practices and things like that, those are a grind, man. Like those are tough. But my favorite thing would probably be the meeting rooms. You're watching the tape, but you're with the offensive line. You're with those guys so much that the meetings they become fun, because like after you watch so much training camp tape and you get through it and you got time to burn, you just kind of have fun in there, and you just, I don't want to say goof around because you got to get your work done, but the offensive line room's a little bit different. At least with Campy it was, and you kind of make the time go by, right? You get your work done, you watch film, you be critical of yourselves, you make the corrections, and then you have fun, and that makes camp a little more enjoyable. I mean, you're away from your family, your wife, your kids, whatever it may be. So the guys in that room are your home away from home, essentially, and you spend the most time with them once the season starts, period. You see your wife and kids barely, and you see these dudes every day for forever. And that's kind of what training camp is. So the more enjoyable it can be, the better for everyone. So that was my favorite part. And then foxhole guys, man, I have a lot of them.
You offensive line people all stick together. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, between that group of Lang, Bakhtiari, Lindsley, Sitton, like those guys, I mean, those would be the guys. I mean, 2 is very hard. I mean, we're a group of 5, so 2 is very difficult for me. But I would say those 4 is an easy choice. Those are foxhole guys. And obviously I spent a lot of time playing next to Lang. So he for sure is in that foxhole, because I know the type of guy he is. But it's hard to pick 2. That's for sure.
Thanks for the call. 1-800-990-3776. I'd love to ask players questions about other players, but I understand there are just some things you can't say. I wouldn't.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
And they're the best things.
Yeah, exactly. The best things you can't say. That's exactly right. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, you could say good things about guys, right? And say some things, but the best things are the stories and private moments that happen inside the building or at family gatherings those are better kept for the people that were there. We'll just put it that way.
Right. I don't want to say it. I don't, whatever comes with me saying that isn't worth what me saying it. So when people, and I don't know if it's the violation, I've asked you this before, and I think it's the part that people don't understand is just how, with everybody being so competitive, how close you get to your teammates, because they determine to such a large degree the success that you have. You know, you understand, and that's the thing you can't say. Like, I was a great player, but my team sucked. You can't say that. But
maybe Myles Garrett can.
Yeah, but it's right. But it's true. And that's why when you find a group that you're good, I guarantee you're going to like each other. There's just the victories and the respect for knowing. And that's the other thing I think people don't believe, and you can say it. The respect people have for everybody they play with and against, because they know how hard it is to make it in the NFL and stay there.
Yes.
Even though they've done it.
And a big part of this is, too, you and I have talked about this a bunch, and it's true. Like, the guy you play next to, whether people believe it or not, is responsible in some point for your potential earnings down the road. If he makes you look like crap and he's bad, and say for offensive linemen, you know, he can't hang on a double team, or he whiffs on 3-techs or on TEs. He's whiffing on the 3-tech, and the TE's picking me all the time, and we're giving up sacks and pressures. That makes me look like crap. Like, that makes me look really bad. So into a certain point, he has some impact on my earning potential. So, like, you want the guy next to you to be as good as possible, obviously. You want him to be a fantastic player, but you want to have that tight relationship with them so that you feel responsible for each other. And, like, those are the best groups, is that when guys feel responsible for each other, right? Like, you don't want to let the guy down next to you, because you know how that can impact them down the road. Like, and it's true. I mean, and maybe certain positions are a little bit more lone operators and things like that. The quarterback obviously has to rely on 10 other guys to make sure that he gets his job done, but obviously they get paid the most, but 10 other guys have to do their job, like, for him to make this thing work, right? Like, and that's where you rely on everybody you have to block, you have to get open, you have to catch the ball. I mean, you could be Aaron Rodgers, as good as you are, and if Jordy Nelson dropped every single pass, if Devontae Adams couldn't get free off the line, right? If David Bakhtiari couldn't hold up in pass protection, it's really tough for Aaron Rodgers to be Aaron Rodgers, as great and like spectacular as he was. He made everything work. But, like, if guys can't catch the ball, what's he supposed to do?
No, and that's why I would understand if a quarterback wanted to leave.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, yeah. I mean, so, like, that's why I feel like the best teams and the best groups end up being the guys that feel like they're responsible for each other. And, like, that's why I regard that group that I played with so highly of offensive linemen, because, like, I felt like we had that responsibility to each other. Like, because everyone comes up at contracts at different times, right? Like, and everyone knows this is a big year for him or whatever it may be. And, like, you want to make sure that guy's performing at the highest level possible. So if I screw up and he gets and it looks like he gave up a sack, well, that looks really bad. That's bad for me and really bad for him. So, like, there's financial responsibility to it too, that people don't really look at it that way, but it's the truth. Like, there is a financial incentive to have a group that is tight-knit, because not only do you get great performances, but then everyone gets paid because everyone's looking pretty damn good. And that's the plus of having a really solid group.
I think it would be hard if I was a player, and, like, if you just have a bad coach. We got no chance. But I don't know. I would defer to you on this. I don't know what's worse, a bad coach or a bad GM. Yeah. To where you go, we are good enough, versus the guy just doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Again, things you can't say. That's why I'm more amazed, or as amazed, by Joe Thomas as any great player ever played in the NFL. There's no way I could have done it. There's no way I could have stayed in Cleveland that long. I want to experience something special, given the ability that I have and how I could contribute to a good team. Not my whole career, but come on.
Some of it. I think because of how much time you spend around that coach, if you had a really bad coach that just the meetings were awful, the practices were awful, how like when you watched film, how he did things and the atmosphere, I think that would be worse. Because like that's like listen, the GM, the decisions are being made and it doesn't matter if you agree with it or don't agree with it. Like the decisions are being made. That's above our heads. And it always will be unless you're the quarterback or people that have input on that or can have input on that. You become big enough that you have a seat at that table. For guys like us, like that is, I mean, it's irrelevant, right? Like they're going to cut that guy. They're going to sign this guy. That's going to happen regardless. But like day in and day out, our interactions with our coach, that's something that like impacts us majorly daily. And if that was off, and I can honestly say this, in all my time in the NFL, I have not had a bad offensive line coach. I've had great offensive line coaches from Campy, Steno to, I mean, it's been fantastic. So like, I've been very lucky with that, and from that standpoint, because I couldn't imagine being in an O-line room with an O-line coach that stunk, and it was just a snooze fest and boring.
Am I correct? You'd know in a week, or how fast would you know? This is hopeless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the biggest experience I had for that was, and I had Frank Smith, who was the OC in Miami with McDaniel. He was awesome in LA. He was fantastic. But like the experience I had with those two guys, I think the one with Steno was the biggest feeling out process because we were used to Campy. We were still in Green Bay and knew coming from a different system, different scheme. Obviously he was a younger guy. So like, how is this gonna work out? And I think by like the second, third week, like every guy in the room had a really good vibe for Steno and how this was going to turn out and how he was as a coach and things like that. And that worked out really, really well. And then with Frank in LA, because obviously I went out there during COVID, didn't really get to do anything out there until we showed up for training camp. That was my second year because he came in with Staley. I had Campy my first year in LA. You don't know what to expect, but he came in right away and he was who he was and great personality, great guy. I mean, just great teacher and all those things. So like you find out really quick. Like it like you said, it doesn't take a month. It takes about a week or two for you to be like, all right, this is going to be brutal, or this is going to be really good. Like this is going to work out. Like this meshes really well with this group and how he wants to do things and guys are buying in. So like that to me is a way bigger like what would suck worse would be the offensive line.
Because it's every day.
Every day, and it's hours and hours on end. So like
right.
It's
that it applies, but I would think in high school, especially, and a little degree in college, you understand the range of what's there. I would say even more in high school. But to the pros, the first time you go like, how does this happen?
Yes, exactly. This is professional football. This is supposed to be the best 32 guys. Like you know what I mean? Like
what were they thinking when they hired this guy? Family friend or something? I don't know. It's everybody's so good and so competitive. Even the bad are good. It's
exactly. So like that to me would be the biggest drag. And then it gets to the point too, like you're at practice and this guy that you think has no idea what they're talking about is ragging you at practice. You're turning around looking at him going like, you need to leave me alone, man. like that's what you would be thinking. Like I don't like any like, and that's where like players you would see lose respect for coaching. It's like, dude, I don't like anything that you say to me, but and I don't think you know what you're talking about, but you're ragging me at practice and like,
and he's going to be there tomorrow and the next day, and
exactly. Where the GM, you don't really have too much interaction with them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, depending on what
Right,
team you're in. And, like, they're going to make the decisions they're going to make. And that's final. That is what it is.
And you've said this before. We'll take a break in a second because I've asked it. I'm just always fascinated by people that are good at what they do. Like, what's the most important thing? Like, if you had a friend who you knew as a player and is becoming a coach for the first time in the NFL or whatever, what you would tell them to say, this is just one tip I'm going to tell you. This really matters. What would you say?
I would say, like, listen to the guys.
Oh, I'd be a bad coach.
Like, listen to what, like, you may have, like, but it's a two-way road, right? Like, you may have your ways as a coach, but that doesn't mean it's the only way, right? Like, there's multiple ways to win blocks or to run. Like, there's multiple ways to do things. So don't go into this thing my way or the highway, because a lot of the times, if you go into it that way, like, you're going to get railroaded by the group, because the group normally sticks together. And, like, unless you're Bill Belichick or someone like that, like, you're going to get run out of that room one way or another if you go into it that way. So it's better off to show them your way, show them how it may work and how it may be effective, and then see how they're doing it and see if you can integrate them together and come up with a solution. Like, that to me is the best way as a coach going into a room for the first time, is how can both of your ways coexist? And if you can get to that happy medium, everything's good.
Everything's good. You never know when someone you care about might need a place like Curative Care. For more than a century, Curative Care has been helping children, adults, and families across southeast Wisconsin navigate developmental disabilities and find the support they need to thrive. What stands out is Curative Care doesn't just provide therapy. They get it. And you know what I mean if you've lived it. You want something that gets it. And it's hard. They help families every step of the way, from early childhood through adulthood. They connect parents with resources, provide guidance during challenging times, and create a community where people truly belong. Parents said it, life is a bunch of curveballs, but this place is a constant. If you have a family member, friend, coworker, or neighbor who may be looking for answers, support, or services for a loved one with developmental disabilities, visit curative.org. They get it. You'll feel that right away. Homer's right. They get it. This is tough, and they get it. Curative.org. Next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Eastbound on 94, got a problem. We have a crash. This is just past Elm Grove Road on the right shoulder. So that is going to be slowing things down through that area. In fact, we're seeing delays from before Sunny Slope Road to that point. Then more backups from 76th Street to 35th. Westbound slowing from 27th to about Hawley Road. More delays crossing over the county line and all the way over to Calhoun. Back on the brakes from Barker Road to Highway 164. We've also got a crash on the ramp from 894 eastbound to southbound 27th Street. That is also going to be causing some issues, so you do want to give yourself extra time to get through that. Planning a home project or need added flexibility? Tap into your home's value with a home equity line of credit from Great Midwest Bank. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your simply local equal housing lender. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 78. Weather is brought to you by Lake Lawn Resort. Your perfect Wisconsin summer starts at Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy boating, golf, spa treatments, and lakeside relaxation on Delavan Lake. Visit lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
Feels like the world is a little broken lately. Maybe all we need is a fix. Most spirits are acidic. Fix Vodka is different. Fix Vodka is the world's first high-alkaline, acid-free vodka. Handcrafted with natural spring water and select grain. Clean, smooth, done right. Better water, better vodka. Get your local fix.
Fix Vodka.
Enjoy responsibly.
Hey, baseball fans. When the game's over, keep the fun of the season going at the award-winning Lake Lawn Resort on beautiful Delavan Lake. Trade the bleachers for the shoreline and the always-on-the-go schedule for total lakeside relaxation. Celebrate your own MVP moments with waterfront dining, golf, relaxing spa-scapes, and family fun all season long. Just a short drive from Milwaukee, it's your home run getaway. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com and come find out for yourself why everything is better at the lake.
For 250 years, America has moved forward together. One generation, one family, one community at a time. At the Cunis Auto Group, we're proud to celebrate 250 years of freedom, progress, and the journeys that unite us. To mark this historic milestone, we're giving away 11 brand new vehicles with a total retail value of more than $250,000. Go online for one entry. Plus, enter in person at any Cunis Auto location, and it counts for 10 entries. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. It's our way of saying thank you to the communities we serve and the customers who trust us to be part of their journey. Plus, we have over 1,776 vehicles under 30 grand group-wide, with payments for every budget. Happy 250th anniversary, America. Let's keep America moving together. See official rules and find your nearest location at shopcunis.com.
Hungry for something fresh and delicious? Get your favorites from Cousin Subs delivered straight to your door. From our freshly baked bread and hand-sliced meats and cheeses to our famous sides, crispy golden fries, Wisconsin cheese curds, or creamy mac and cheese. Every meal made to order and ready to enjoy. Ordering is quick and easy online or through the Cousins app, whether it's a solo lunch, family dinner, or a spread for the whole crew. Let us bring it straight to you, fast and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is the Bryan Bulaga Homer Hour. No Jason Will today. He's on assignment, so the best segment of the Homer Hour all week, and that is Bryan Bulaga and Jason Wilde is gone. I don't have any difficulty saying that. I can appreciate others that are better than I am. There aren't very many, but I do appreciate those. No, on because everybody now watches YouTube. There was some mention there about that I handle. How about YouTube comments? And I said, nothing gets to me. I know how great I am. And as I said, YouTube comments doesn't apply to me, and Twitter comments don't speak of the person they refer to. They speak of the person who makes the comment. And I've said this when people say I'm an idiot or whatever. If you can't respond to whatever it is I say as to why it's wrong or why you disagree, it's a waste of your time and mine. I mean, if you think I'm wrong, then tell me why I'm wrong, and then I'll decide and address it to see if it fits. Like, for example, I don't know that Brian's going to agree. I want everybody to know that this is Luke Fickell's first year as head coach at Wisconsin. I give him a total pass. If I had been his agent, I'd have told him to quit before last season and sue the university for lying about how much money he was getting. There's no way he would have ever come to Wisconsin without the first question being, you got the money to compete with Michigan and Ohio State? I'm not saying as much, but they clearly told him yes, and as we now know, it wasn't. They were bottom third. And so I quit. Why? They lied to me, and I'm suing the university for lying to me, and we'll see what happens. They have ruined his image, or what do you say? It's not banner. What's the word? His brand. He was the hottest coach in the country, and now he's got to prove he's worthy of even coaching because of what's happened, and it's all because they had no money. So I say this is the first year. If I'm the AD, I don't care if they go 3-9. He got another year because this is his first year. I don't know if Bryan Bulaga agrees with me on this. So you have that look like, Homer, why do you always just go a little too far?
Yeah. Well, you know, I agree to the point that they had no money or whatever it may be, but there's no way that they were, I guess, from a financial standpoint. I mean, how much worse off were they than teams like Iowa and places like that? I guess is my question.
That's a great question. Yes. I don't know the answer to that, but worse than you would think. But either way, certainly not to what he was promised. Yeah, that's the issue. Even with less talent, because you have less money, shouldn't you have done better? That's legit. And now we'll find out. That's why I said first. Now you find out if he can win with money. Because they clearly have a competitive amount. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah,
and to the point where I think now that he's gotten more funds to spend on players, I definitely think you got to give him at least 2 years to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think
makes me feel better with my opinion when you agree. 3-9, he might be in trouble.
Yeah, 3-9, he may be in trouble.
You can't. That's my rule. I don't know if it's yours. You can lose, but you cannot embarrass.
Yeah, if you get blown out like some of the times he got blown out last year and the year prior, it's not good. Like, you just can't do that. If you're playing the bigger teams and the teams that you normally compete with and you play them tight and you don't get over the line, I think that's more respectable and it shows you're going in a certain direction. But if you're just getting mopped again after they've gotten you more money, supposedly go get better players, that means there's a question on who you think is good and who you think is bad. And that's like, in the NIL era, that is the biggest no-no, that you have a coach that can't identify who's good and who's bad. And that's where he'll run into trouble. But
I agree totally. That's the amazing thing about Indiana, because the first year when they made the play, they didn't have all the money. He came from James Madison, brought players from James Madison because nobody else probably wanted him, and they won. And then, whenever I do this, I just feel so sad for someone like you. I know you made it, but if I were you, I would have been at $2 million and then another $2 million. I would have graduated from college with $7-8 million. But I don't know if you ever do that. I would, but
I think about it from time to time of how much NIL money I could have made. I certainly think about it. And what that experience would have been like having that much money being on a college campus and the perks that they have now being on a college campus. Yeah. I mean,
how would you have spent the money?
I probably wouldn't have done anything different. I probably would have lived a little bit nicer place than I did. I'll put it that way. But I probably wouldn't have done anything different. Because I loved my college experience and kind of how I went about it. But like, perfect example is like I had no money. My wife Abby, she paid for all the dinners. Like when we would go out, she would pay for everything. She's an only child; she'd pay for everything. So I didn't have any money. I had nothing. My parents, they would give me X amount of money, every semester, and then
I'd go to the dog track at Arizona and lose, and then I had to eat peanut butter and crackers
and return hummus
a week. Yeah,
hummus. And then return hummus to Sam's. And then once I ran out of that, normally Abby took care of me and she paid for the food and did all that. And because people thought we just got food from the university. No, we had one training table a day.
It's different now. Now they get all meals, right?
All meals. And they all have these credit cards that they can use on campus. That work at all the restaurants on campus that they get loaded every month, and then they have their NIL money that comes in. I mean,
what a country!
Yeah, well, I mean, just amazing stuff. And I just picture what my experience would have been like if I had that, and obviously that would have enhanced it tenfold. But is what it is.
It is what it is. Yes, it is. Bryan Bulaga will close next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
The Big Slide, barns and barns of animals, and all that food on a stick. State Fair is one of the biggest events of the summer, and we'd like to send you there. Compliments of discount liquor. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Purchase any one case 30-pack cans of Miller High Life or any one 12-pack Leinenkugel craft beer and receive one free state fair ticket, all while supplies last. But don't delay. Tickets go quickly. And I know you don't want to miss the bacon-wrapped bacon. Visit us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Discount Liquor, voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. See us this week for your free Wisconsin State Fair ticket.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
And visit us online at discountliquorinc.com.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Marquette's first team All-Americans brought to you by Saganiac Planning. 1934, Ed Boops Mullen. 61, Don Coges. 71, Dean Meminger. 72, Jim Jones. 78, Butch Lee. 2003, Dwayne Wade. 2020, Marcus Howard. And George Thompson, Marquette's all-time leading scorer for 40 years. No first team. In 69, Lou Alcindor, Spencer Haywood, Pete Maravich, Rick Mount, and Calvin Murphy. It's still wrong. I don't know who to take out, but brute force must be one of Marquette's first team All-American players. After a year of uncertainty, most employers are reluctant to make changes to their health insurance plans. A level funding medical insurance plan may be the answer you've been looking for. Find out how a level funding plan can cut your costs. For more information, call Eric Pearson at Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. Eric Pearson, level funding. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Paul Hansen here, founder of Iron Jock. Worried about the heat this summer? Don't sweat it. Our gear is made for real life. Iron Jock apparel combines moisture wicking with superior cooling and advanced odor-fighting silver ion technology that eliminates 99.9% of odor causing bacteria, so you are fresh for whatever's next. Our focus is simple. Make apparel that performs hard no matter where you are or what you are doing. Visit us at ironjock.com to experience the difference.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Bryan Bulaga Homer Hour. Now, this one's tough, but I got to vote what I think. Who is the best coach in the NFC North? The Discount Liquor Twitter poll question. LaFleur, Johnson, O'Connell, and Campbell. Right now, Matt LaFleur, 39%. Ben Johnson, 25%. Kevin O'Connell, 19%. Dan Campbell, 17%. I voted for Ben Johnson. I think Matt LaFleur is a good coach. I think Ben Johnson's a little bit better. And we will see. I will be proven to some degree by how Detroit does, because I have them as worse than everybody else, because I think Campbell really misses, and Ben Johnson made Campbell a little bit better or as good as he can be. Take it away, Bryan Bulaga.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put LaFleur at the top, but I think O'Connell gets underrated.
Yes, I should say something. Yes. I could see somebody voting for him at the top. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Connell's underrated. I think he's a really good football
We'll find out this year with what he does at quarterback, because I'm anticipating there's going to be one quarterback very, very lucky that he's playing for Kevin O'Connell now.
I agree.
Yeah.
Ask Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Honestly. Like, yes. I get Sam had a good year in Seattle, but
he didn't make him. He didn't change him. He didn't make him. You're right. 100% right.
Like, O'Connell is the guy that made that ship start going in the right direction.
Yes. If the Titanic had ended up making a good cruise, it still would have been the one who got it from the bottom.
Exactly.
And that's
exactly.
yes, O'Connell. So we'll see. I can't wait for the year. I've said I'm still on record. Every team will finish 3-3. You haven't agreed with me. The best you would go is that there'd be a tie for the top, but not four-way. Bryan Bulaga. Sorry you didn't have Jason. I feel bad for you.
I'm okay.
You're okay. So that's fine.
Good.
I still feel bad for you and the audience. Hey, it's
he
not
may
bad
be-
being Avis, but I wish I was hurt.
He may be on assignment and can't do shows, but I always make sure that even if I'm on assignment, I try to jump on Wilby and Couch when I have to.
Good point. Nice shot.
He's busy. He's very busy, so it is what it is.
You already took the shot. You can turn your mic off. You can drop the mic now. The shot has been taken. I can't wait till he's hear his response to that next Thursday.
He's about to start training camp, so he needs to get his R&R in. So I get it.
All right. Bryan Bulaga, as he earns. ESPN National in progress.